Hello and welcome back to my channel. So in this video, it's going to be a review on a spin brush. The spin brush I am talking about is this one. This is the Duvolle spin brush, what's called Radiant Spin Care System. And it's also water resistant. So that is what it looks like. It does come with the actual brush holder type of thing, like the machine, and then it comes with 4 interchangeable accessories, so for different type of brushes, and I will tell you what those 4 are. So you have the facial exfoliation brush, which is the one down here. You have the large body cleansing brush, which is this big one. You have the facial cleansing brush, which is this one right here. It's still wet because I have used it and I didn't let it dry, of course, like overnight, but we'll get more into that. And then you have the pumice stone, which is up here. So that is the whole system. So I did package this back up because I have been testing this out for a week, but within that week of me testing it out, I will say, I do only use this at nighttime. And there is a reason for that, because I feel like if my big part of my skincare is at night, because I use way more products, you know, do mask and all that type of stuff, eye cream. And for the morning when I wake up, it's like I already did all that at night. All I did was just go to sleep. So in the morning, it's just basically just a nice, like, cleanse, like you would regularly cleanse your face with your fingers, you know, in your hands type of thing. And then, you know, do my makeup if I'm going to wear makeup, or just go like that. So when you take out the box, ooh, the pumice stone fell. It looks like this. And let's take it all out. Here is the, set this in my lap. Oh, it just went super bright. Here is the actual machine, which looks like this. This does take 4 AA batteries, so AA batteries, 4 of them. For some people, that can be a pro, like, oh, I can use batteries, I don't have to worry about charging it. You know, I can go camping with this and don't have to worry about having an outlet. You know, pros. And then some people can see it as a con, like, oh, I have to find batteries, I don't have batteries, and I have to go buy batteries. You know, we're in this age now where everything is like charged, so it's going out of my way to get batteries. But for me, I feel like either way you feel about the batteries, it does take batteries. And the way I see it as, if you don't want to always buy batteries, or because you're using the machine a lot, I would buy the rechargeable pack of batteries, you know, like the system that comes with the charge and you put the batteries in. So you can charge the batteries, put them in your system, and do it that way. Like, there's a way, like, you can work around this taking batteries. To be honest, you can also look at it as it's going to take up less room on your sink because it doesn't have the system that it sets on, or you don't have to like plug it in and have it just sit there. You know, you just put the battery, and you can put this whole thing like in a drawer, you know, like away. For me, I don't mind that it takes batteries type of thing. I'm thinking that it's not going to run out as fast because you're not using it for that long, you know, period of time. You know, of course, remember to turn it off, but the way that it sounds, I'll let you hear. I mean, you're going to hear that, and then, you know, you're just going to remember to shut it off. I mean, that's the only thing I can really think about. But yeah, other than that, I love the weight of this. When it comes to the weight of this part of the brush, it has a nice weight. It's not too heavy. It's not too light. It feels like the quality is there. When it comes to these type of brushes, I only used one other one, which is way smaller. And to be honest, I got it at Grocery Outlet, and it was like 5 or 10 bucks. I think it was like 5. It came with like 2 basic facial cleansing brush heads were like the same thing as like one was the replacement, which I did like that. Like it came with two of them, but it was just light. It felt like it was for like a, I think it was more for like a teen. I feel like a teen or preteen / teen would use that, love it, be perfectly fine with it. But for me, you know, being older, I really like this one. I like the heaviness. I like the way the brushes feel. Let's get into the brushes. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the nasty one because it's still wet. This is the regular cleansing face brush. So this one gets a lot more use out of it, I feel, because when it comes to the exfoliant brush, I only used this once, I think, once, and you can barely even see because I did clean my face, of course, with that one. And I don't use this, you know, the exfoliant one every day because that's, to me, that's too much. I mean, you're already using the system that spins, and then having a spinning thing with an, you know, a bit rougher type of brush, I feel like that's just too much for your face. So I do recommend only using this like 2 times, you know, like a week, because usually you're going to use more products to do other stuff. And then for me, I know for exfoliating my face or using some type of mask, it's usually already gritty, or it's going to pull out stuff or something like that. So I only need to use that like 2 times a week. And then the next brush is this one. This is the body brush. This is good if you have body acne or exfoliating your body. Like, let's say you do self-tanner. For me, it would be more of probably using it on my like eczema areas. I mean, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but for me, I like to get those areas cleaned before I apply, you know, the moisturizer that goes on it, so it can heal, clear up, stay nice and clean, dry, all that. That's what I would use this for, or I would use it, like after shaving to exfoliate, make sure that, you know, that you don't get ingrown hairs and all that other stuff if you have a problem with it. And then the next one is this one. This is the pumice stone, which I feel like this is a bit small for a pumice stone. So this would be like, I guess, good for like the heel area, but I feel like, I don't know, it just looks like it's gonna run out fast. I haven't used it yet. I'm thinking about using it actually tonight because I will be taking a little vacation trip type of thing with my daughter to visit my side of the family. So yes, I will be taking the system with me. What else is another thing about this? I feel like we covered a lot. Let me get into the parts about what I use with it. And oh, let me show you also how to click it on. So we'll use the exfoliant brush, and that's how it looks. And you just literally push it in and it snaps. Like, it's super easy, super fast. When I do use it, I do have to say, I do wet my face. I don't drench it, but I make sure that it is wet, damp, you know, there's water on it. And then I showed this also in the video that I filmed. I do, you know, pump it on here when this is dry. I've noticed that if you wet this brush and you're putting it on your face, because, you know, usually your face is, you know, you wet your face too. If you wet both of them, I feel like that's when you get that splatter, because the water is going to run down, you know, this part and end up on the spinning part. So on the spin, when it starts to spin. And that's what's going to give you that water shooting everywhere. So if you don't want that water shooting everywhere type of thing, I would just damp your face, put the product on it, and then go in. And I feel like if you need to, you know, wet it some more, you know, put a little bit more water on your face and stuff like that. Also, I feel like the product that you're using could also affect that type of thing too. I know it's a lot of face wash is more on the foaming side. Like, they love to foam up. I'm not a really huge fan of the foam up type of thing, because I noticed that when a product usually foams up, I know the ones that I tried, yes, they clean, but I mean, that's usually why they're foaming up, because they're so much cleaner. it dries out my face. I like to use, like I showed you, this one. This is the Murad, and it's for hydration. Prebiotic 4-in-1 multi-cleanser. I love this stuff, and you only need like 1 or 2 pumps, and it moisturizes the face. It's not doing all that lathering, drying out. It moisturizes, so it doesn't have that splatter. You feel the moisture going in, especially with the brush. It really feels like it's really helping the product go in. I did also notice that when I was first starting to use this brush, my skin had to get used to the brush because it is something new. It's not like I'm, you know, wetting my face, putting the product, you know, using my hands, you know, nicely rubbing on my face type of thing. You know, it is a, you know, spinning type of action. So my face did get a little warm, and it did feel a little like on the sensitive side, but not too sensitive. But it's so smooth, super, super smooth. And I'm, of course, wearing no makeup right now at all to show you guys what my like face look like. So of course you know, I'm working on, I don't know what that is, but it's going away. The next product I will use is this one, also by Murad for hydration. It's a probiotic 3-in-1 multi-mist. So this one also, it's a toner. This one also helps with, you know, bringing back in the moisture. And then I use this one also by Murad, the Resurge Replementing Anti-Acid Peel, which I love this peel. You just shake it up and then you apply it onto your face, and you do not have to wash it off or peel it off or anything. You just leave it alone. So I noticed with those products, this system works really well. I know those are higher end products. Another product line is the Lexley. I was using this system. I had a 30-day system. I put my blog post for it down below because I actually really, really love that system. I suggest you guys test out the 30-day system that they have. I feel like that would also work good with this brush. But what else? I'm trying to remember everything so I could tell you guys. I highly recommend this brush. I like the way it feels. Like I said, you know, use it when you feel like you need it. I wouldn't overly use it. I feel like that's when you would get that, oh, this is not working for me type of thing, because it is a good system. It works. I feel like it is also a great price when it comes to the value, and you're getting, of course, that weight. So other than that, like I said, I recommend this system, and if you really want it, I highly suggest you do get it. Test it out. I mean, you can't go wrong, because I also have a code for you that you can get 70% off. You heard that right. You can get 70% off, and I will have the code on the screen, but it's ACCLAIM. So that will give you 70% off, making the product $28.50. That is not bad for this system. All the brushes that you get, like, it's not bad. I also think that this will make a really good gift. I feel like, I mean, you can get it for your parents, something like that. That would also be good. And like I said before, it is water resistant. So that big body brush, you can take that into the shower. Okay, it's water resistant. You can, you know, don't have to worry about your system getting messed up. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, or anything you want me to answer about how I do my skincare, or how I like the products that I showed, or how I like the system, or you want me to go in depth into any of the brushes, let me know in the comment section below. But other than that, you will be seeing more of this brush probably on my vlog channel or something, or I will do an updated video to tell you, like, later on how I feel about the product, or how I found a new way to make it work for me, because that's what, at the end of the day, that's what it is how is it going to work for you. So yes, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.